Okay, so good evening once again, and welcome to our webinar session for tonight, presented to you by onlinejobsuniversity.com. And this is your coach, Coach Jen, along with Coach Rhea. And tonight is a very special night for us because you know, uh, we'll be doing this live presentation, sharing new items for you guys, different from what we have shared in the past. Okay. Usually, what we give back then is actually the online jobs career orientation videos. And right now, we have it recorded and easily accessible through our website. So, what we will be presenting to you now is basically Online Jobs 101 and some important aspects, yung mga tinatawag natin na frequently asked questions that we were able to gather since we started doing online jobs. So we will answer that for you, and hopefully, this would give you more idea on what online job is all about. Okay, so let's continue with our presentation now. Okay, so our topic for tonight is all about online jobs career 101, and we'll be tackling basically the aspect of discovering what an online job career is all about and answer the six common questions asked by first-time freelancers, because the hardest part in starting an online career is basically getting your first client, and there are many questions. In fact, napakaraming tanong uh, of many individuals who would like to start, and we gathered six, so we will answer that later on. Okay, so we will first try to answer the question, kung ano ba ang online jobs career. Okay, and with this, what we will be doing is we need to really identify exactly what it is. Kasi ang daming interpretation what an online job is all about, but there's this one important thing that we need to really know and answer from ourselves talaga. Yung ika nga, alam na alam mo yung sagot. So, to some, online jobs is about skills, but basically it is not. Okay? Although it is important, but basically online job career or going and doing online jobs is not just about skills. Hindi porke may skills ka, gusto mo na mag-online jobs. Hindi naman ganun yun eh. Okay? And that's the case, no? Another thing is, of course, knowledge. It's not about knowledge. You don't do online jobs just because you have knowledge on specific items. Like, let's say, marunong ka mag-program, gumagawa ka ng website, or anything like that. It doesn't mean na mag-online jobs ka na. There could be a lot of reasons why you would like to start an online career, and basically having skills and knowledge is not enough reason for you to get started. Now, of course, ito yung mga pinaka-common na reason, which is money. Yan yung I would probably say yes, no? But it's not just about money. In fact, it's not about all of these three things. Doing online job is basically all about your big why. Okay? Yung reason mo talaga. Why do you want to have an online job? Okay? Kasi yung knowledge, yung skills, yung money, basically it's secondary. I mean, you can have a knowledge, you can have skills, and you can earn money by doing other things. Pero bakit online jobs? If you're gonna check it out, especially yung mga nag-umpisa ng mag-online jobs, may mga online work na for some years na rin, you will find out that they have reason why they chose this type of career. And I know most of you, and in fact, or probably all of you, have reasons why you may consider doing online jobs, aside from money, of course. So, to some, it's because they have a dream. So, it's all about your dream. Ano ba yung dream mo? Bakit? Ano bang may tutulong ng online job sa'yo? Bakit hindi ba pwedeng offline job na lang? Diba? So, these are the things that you need to define whenever you start doing online jobs. Okay, you need to know your reason because ito yung babalik-balikan mo when things are getting tough. And I'm surprised actually whenever people, uh, ask me directly that they need an online job, that they have available time. But the thing is, hindi naman ganun kadali ang online jobs. Eh. I mean, if you really like to start doing online jobs, you need first to know, of course, na meron kang skill. Kailangan, you know how it works. And the other stuff that you need to know. But what's more important is that you must have enough reason to do so. Okay? So you need to have dreams and you need to know your why. Ako, when I'm starting nung aking online career, ang pinaka big why ko noon is I was being asked by our leader sa church namin to actually head a certain group in our church. And in order for me to do that, I need a job that would allow and give flexibility sa time, sa schedule. And there's no other type of job that can do that aside from online jobs. So I decided to have online jobs. Again, yung iba naman, yung mga may anak na, they really need to take care of their sons and daughters. So, hindi sila makapag-work sa labas kasi kailangan nila bantayan, maliliit pa yung bata. So, they chose doing online jobs. So, there are many reasons. So, you need to be clear. So, before you start any online jobs, at least kailangan alam mo, kung pera lang, sooner or later, tatamarin ka. When you venture into this career, make sure that you have, your reason. And it's not just about money. If it's pera lang, you're just wasting your time. I'm being straight and direct here because, we don't want you to waste your time as well. You can be probably a millionaire by doing other things aside from online jobs. So, what we're trying to do here, especially with Online Jobs University, is to really guide individuals to come to a decision whether having an online jobs career is right for them or not. We are not yung parang, sige, join us and enroll sa amin para kumita and all. No, we're not like that. Okay, we want to make sure that kung pwedeng hindi kayo gumastos, why not? And we are willing to share as much as we can. Okay? So again, you need to know your dreams, you need to know your why. And I hope that's clear. Okay? So that's what basically online jobs career is all about primarily, and then the rest will just follow. So, there are common reasons naman of course why people want to do online jobs. Diba? Iniisip niya, I want to do online jobs because of this, because of that. And let's tackle the most common, reasons, okay? First is they want to work from home. It's obvious, of course. When you have an online job, chances are, sa bahay ka lang talaga magtatrabaho. And that's a very, very good reason. Very enticing reason because unang-una, kapag sa labas ka nagwo-work, you will experience this picture that you're seeing right now. Wala nang traffic. Dapat hindi ka na mata-traffic when you're working from home. And as you can see sa picture, medyo siya, smog, di ba? Mausok and all, pollution. So of course, when you're doing online jobs, wala na nun, di ba? Ano pa? Ito, na-experience ko rin to back then na corporate world work pa ako in a call center. Imagine, gabi pa yun na-stranded sa bagyo, pag umuulan. It happens. And I know, or I hope not, no? Sana may mga hindi pa naka-experience ng ganitong ma-stranded, but I know many people have experienced this, especially yung mga talaga nag-work ng malalayo yung lugar at dadaan ng traffic, hihirapan sumakay. Kaya, totoo, just like what Coach Rhea said, hindi nyo na kailangan pumila ng MRT ngayon. Diba? Especially what's going on. That's another benefit, diba? So, ano pa ba? Savings, of course. Hindi ka na mamamasahe. Marami kang bagay na matitipid. Imbes na kung madalas kang kumain sa pantry or sa fast food, pag nandun ka sa work mo, right now, mas madali. Kasi sa bahay ka na lang kakain, di ba? Hindi na doble-doble ang gastos. So, another benefit of working from home. Na ito yung mga na-entice yung mga tao eh. And, another one is, of course, you will have more time to spend with your family. or the people that you love. Okay? Pwedeng it could be your sons and daughters, it could be that meron kang may inaalaga ang may sakit, or you really need to be home because probably you have certain situations in your life that prevents you from actually going out. In fact, we had this invitation from one of the known schools who caters and helps yung mga person with disabilities, and they would like us to give a talk to their students about and inspire them about doing online job because in most cases nadi-discriminate sila. So it's not just about the benefit itself, but really it can change lives of other people, especially dun sa ating mga differently abled countrymen. Okay? So, ano pa ba? Flexible schedule. Totoo yan. Kapag nag-online jobs ka, napakadali. No? I mean, you can choose the schedule that you want. Well, of course, depende yan sa mapag-agrihan ninyo ng client mo, no? But that's indeed the case. You have a choice. So, ika nga any day, anytime. Yan yung word dyan eh. But of course, it must be within the agreement of you and your client na yun yung schedule nyo. And then, of course, you can choose a morning shift or an evening shift. It doesn't matter. In fact, minsan nalilimutan mo na. Sa sobrang flexible ng time, parang whole day ka na lang nagtatrabaho. Kasi you can pause for a while, and then you can continue, or you can work the whole day and earn a lot. So, it gives you really the flexibility of not just the time itself, but really to manage your schedules, especially let's say for a mom na nagbabantay ng anak, 'di ba? Tas lagi mga bata pa sila. So iba-iba minsan yung oras ng pasok sa school, may mga nagde-daycare, so hatid-hatid mo sila ng different times. So you can really, budget your time there so that you can do your responsibilities at home. So that's another thing that entices people, no, to do online jobs because it's really flexible. Ano pa? Location independent. Kasi nowadays, the internet is already almost accessible anywhere in the country. We have pocket Wi-Fi's, we have LTEs, may mga plug-it USB connection na internet, and even in computer shops, nagkalat na dito sa Philippines. So, if you really have to work at nag-bug down ang computer mo, you can just, go to a computer shop and work there. So, it really gives a lot of people this idea that they can do a lot of things when they're doing online jobs. Okay? Sabi nga dito, di ba? Anywhere, anytime, anyplace. So, you can really work at the beach. Totoo na yan. Unlike before, of course, di ba? Yung laptop, mga 2 hours lang ang battery life. But let's say, if you have a good laptop with you, let's say a Mac computer, there is this battery life that can last from 6 to 10 hours. Depende kung gaano ka bago yung laptop mo, no? So, imagine you can work for that long time without in needing to plug it to a power outlet. And with the accessibility now of internet, anywhere. And I have tried really working sa isang barko in a process, in transition from Bohol to Cebu. Talagang may internet even in the middle of the sea. That's how ready the Philippines is. So, walang problema. Okay, ano pa? Of course, ito rin. Minsan talagang bored ka sa bahay. Kasi some people think that working from home is really heaven itself. Of course, it is true. But sometimes you really need to go out and, experience the world. I have experienced this, no? Kasi I've been working online for almost 6 years. And at some point, gugustuhin mo rin minsan sa labas mag-work. Minsan you really need to get in touch with nature. So what I do, since dito lang naman ako sa Manila, if I want to experience nature, ang pinaka-close nature na pwede kong ma-feel talaga at medyo maganda ang view is Tagaytay. So what I do is just take my laptop, go to Tagaytay, and work there. So, yun yung mga benefits again, di ba? Location independent. You can go anywhere you want as long as you have your laptop and an internet connection. Tapos, kung medyo gusto mo naman maiba lang, minsan coffee shop, as you can see, marami ng coffee shops ngayon na puno ng mga may laptop na tao, and you'll be surprised that many of them are actually doing online jobs. And ito yung isa sa mga magandang benefit din, Kasi, since portable ang iyong trabaho, you can do it anywhere, then you can travel. And yeah, Coach Ray have done this. I have done this. Nag there are many instances where I just need to go to where in Bohol, no. So paalam lang ako sa boss ko, boss, I'll be just out for 2 to 3 hours because I need to go to another island. I'll just ride the plane, and then once I arrive there, I'll go online again. So yun, walang problema. So para lang ako nag-lunch break. So, even sa airport, while waiting for nakakapag-work ako. And then, habang of course, nasa airplane, wala. Pero pagdating ko doon sa place, then, work ulit. You can do anything. That's very, very possible. Well, yeah, totoo, Telly. That might be the case if there's a weak signal there. So, but it can be done. Of course, there's a solution. The solution basically is to have three different types of internet connection. I mean, if this is your work, somehow you may need to invest on that, just to make it work. But it's really a case-to-case thing. But of course, it's not perfect. But these are just some of the things that entices people to actually go into this type of career. Kasi nga, ang dami benefits din eh. But unfortunately, some people think that it won't work out. Na parang ang hirap yata, na parang this is not the best option for you, or maraming tanong. Kasi the thing about it is they have certain worries, they have a lot of questions, and two most common nga is people are most likely clueless on how to get started. Paano ba to? I mean, sure ba talaga na mababayaran ako? Which leads to another question of, baka scam. Yun yung pinaka worry ng marami. Na, alam mo yun, yung scam baka may scam, di ba? And it happens to many people. And that's why we here in Online Jobs University are really trying our best to reclaim the word online jobs. Kasi ang daming gumagamit ng salitang online jobs na hindi naman sila online jobs, kundi online business. Networking is an online business. Okay, yung iba, different form of make money online is an online business. Online jobs is definitely different. You work for a client, so that's an online job. Hindi siya yung you need to pay also just to get a job. That's ika nga hindi rin siya ini-encourage. Although some offer it and some are legitimate, but the way we do things, especially what we teach here in Online Jobs University, is something else. We want you guys na makakuha ng work without really having to pay somebody to give you work. Of course, training is different because training yun eh. But finding work, you don't really have to pay. So these are the most common worries and concerns of others kung bakit it prevents them from starting their online career. So that's why we've started now Online Jobs University. So just to give you guys an idea what Online Jobs University is, quick lang naman to, it's basically an e-learning site. We're not a school. We don't have any physical location to begin with. So it's really an online training portal for those who would like to learn more about how to get started doing online career or doing online jobs. Again, it's backed by experts, or should we say experienced online professionals who have years of experience when it comes to delivering the service. Some are actually earning a lot already. So these are the coaches na tinatawag natin. So Coach Ray is one. We have Coach K. And there will be more coaches to come. Kasi here, what we do is we don't just select individuals na porke gusto nila magturo or maging coach, pwede na. We filter them out to make sure that they really have the right to speak about this certain skill sets that they would like to teach. And let me move forward here. So, another thing is, simple lang naman ang goal talaga ng Online Jobs University. Yung pinaka-basic goal talaga is to help those starting out to land or find their very first client. So, once na nakapagkuha na kayo ng inyong first client, basically, we're done with our job. We feel that we have accomplished our goal. Because the hardest part in starting an online career is finding your first client. That's the case there eh. So, once you find your first client, iba-iba na yung paths or courses or directions that people will be taking because may requirement ang client mo na ganito gawin mo, may requirement yung client mo na iba naman. So, all of us have different paths once we have our first client. Minsan, dyan na yung lumalabas yung skills mo sa design. And then, all of a sudden, sa designing ka na lang gagawa ng work. Yung iba naman, nagiging napupunta sa management. Although, isa lang ang training nyo. So, the goal really is, or yung pinaka-common denominator talaga is, to find your first client. And then from there, iba-iba na yung roles or iba-iba na yung journey natin. Kaya nga, di ba tawag online jobs lifestyle. You define your lifestyle through or by having an online jobs. Okay? So another thing, right now, our group have grown into 3,000 plus members. I think in just 2 months, last 2 months ago, we are just around 1,000 plus lang. And right now, we are now 3,000 plus members already. So I believe some of you, or hopefully all of you, are part of that group already and, enjoying the benefits there. Another thing is, of course, we already have students, no? Hindi naman schoolan lang ang Online Jobs University. We already have students and some of them tapos na, yung iba may jobs na rin. So, we have students. May mga nag-enroll naman and you can see the feedback ng mga students from inside our group. No? I believe Coach Rhea posted that a few days ago or a few weeks ago. And another thing is, of course, value for money. I mean, yes, of course, may cost yung mga training ng Online Jobs University, but if you're gonna compare it to other, training providers, halos sobrang mura. No? And really, what we're trying to do here is not really to fully earn from Online Jobs University, but basically to give you guys access to this trainings that we're giving out. Okay? And also, we've been featured in television, and we've been invited to some events already. Kaya na-feature na rin yung Online Jobs University. So, we're really moving forward and promoting online jobs as an alternative type of career here in the Philippines, especially that marami ang unemployed but highly skilled naman. So, online jobs will open doors for them. Okay? So, through the conversation that we have with many individuals, we were able to come up with the 6 questions that we believe are commonly being asked by those people who are just starting out. And allow me to answer those and show them to you and answer each and one of them. Okay? So, these are the 6 common questions asked by first-time freelancers. So before we continue, no, I just like to check the chat log just to make sure that everything or you have no urgent questions there, no? Okay. So I'll just continue and just check out the questions later on para lang tuloy-tuloy natin to, no? Okay. So question number 1, ito yung mga common din, no? I want to do online jobs but I don't know how to start and what services to offer. This is very common. Just like what I have said, no, we've been getting a lot of questions sometimes, o kaya mga request na, gusto ko mag-online job, saan ba ako makakita ng job agad? Parang, alam mo yun, parang bumibili lang sa palengke. O kaya parang nasa supermarket lang na, sige, sali rin ako. Parang ganun eh. Some people think it's really easy. At some point, it is. Pero there are certain things that you really need to know, no, if you want to do online jobs. And yun nga, you need to know uh, what you can do, what are the skills that you can offer to your potential client. And if you don't know that, then may exercise kang dapat gawin. Of course, what I can suggest is you list down all of the things that you know you can do using a computer. Probably, kung may work experience ka na, i-list down mo kung ano lahat ng ginawa mo in your previous work or your current work, and then what softwares you were able to use. Kasi you'll be surprised, no? I know certain individuals na nag-start ng online career nila na ang skill lang na meron sila is how to use Microsoft Excel. Pero alam na alam nilang gamitin ang Excel, no? Kasi parang sa accounting department siya nagtrabaho, hindi siya marunong mag-program or anything like that. Pero yun lang alam daw niya. And she was hired and binabayaran siya ng napakagandang salary doing online jobs with just that skill. No? So, imagine Excel skill lang, nakapag-start na siya ng kanyang online career. But it's because alam niya kung saan siya magaling. Eh. Alam niya kung ano yung skill. So, don't discredit any of the experience that you have or knowledge that you have sa computer. Kasi, you don't know who will be willing and glad to pay you good amount of money because of the skills that you have. So, to answer this question, what I usually tell people is, of course, if you want to get started, start with knowing what are the services that you wish to offer, or at least start with the list of skills na meron ka, okay, or knowledge, so that once you have that list, then check mo kung ano yung mga pwede mo talagang i-offer or i-package, di ba? For example, ito, sige, ibigay natin later example kasi it's actually connected with question number 2. So, question number 2 is ito, madalas to eh. I am not sure at all if I have enough skills to get started. I simply want to start at the bottom and work my way up. What is the best starting point for me? So, yun yung pinaka-common talaga. Na yung iba, I mean, wala talaga akong idea in what is the best or kung saan ako yung magaling or anong skills meron ako. So, gusto ko na lang kung ano yung pinaka pwede kong magawa. Yung iba nga, ang tinatawag doon, meron bang data entry jobs na pwede? I mean, data entry is a basic skill nowadays that even elementary students should know. No? So, I mean, it's not a job description to begin with or job classification. If you're gonna do online jobs, data entry is already and is assumed to be part of your skill. But having a job, an online job which is just data entry, well, baka makakuha ka. The only problem with that is maliit ang bayad dun. Sobrang liit na parang sabihin mo hindi worth your time at hindi siya magiging sustainable. And if you're gonna do online jobs, might as well, get to a point where you can really get paid ng mataas. 'Di ba? So, whenever I really see data na mga naghahanap, meron bang data entry online jobs type? Medyo na, gusto ko na lang i-add agad so that I could help out. Kasi I know willing yung tao eh. It's just that they really need to get some information more para mas madaling makapag-transition sila sa online career nila. So, yun. So, ang pinaka-best starting point is to become a general virtual assistant. When we say general, ibig sabihin, hindi lang data entry gagawin mo. You may need to assist your client with so many things. Kahit konti-konti lang yung alam mo. Let's say, marunong ka bang gumawa ng graphics? Hindi po. Marunong ka ba ng Photoshop? Konti lang. O, pwede na yan. Marunong ka bang gumamit ng Google? Konti lang. O, pwede na rin yun. Alam mo yung general talaga. Basta, as long as computer savvy ka at willing kang matuto, you may fall under that category already. You can begin as a general virtual assistant. Of course, there are more specific skill sets that a general virtual assistant must have. But basically, ganun din siya ka-general. No? Ibig sabihin you can always find things to do as a general virtual assistant as long as your client is willing to pay for that. So if you'd like to know more about the details on, or at least get an idea on what a general virtual assistant is, Google nyo lang siya. I mean, may mga taong na-offend, no, pag sinasabihin na i-Google mo na lang. I mean, but really, as an online professional, or if you really want to get into this type of industry and career, then Google should be your best friend. And in most cases, pag may mga nagtatanong sa akin minsan, um, of course, I try to answer them directly, no, kung ano yung alam ko. But kapag nakita ko na parang hindi na siya nag-search at all, na yung sagot naman is isang type lang sa Google, lalabas na, what I do is, of course, I answer pa rin. Pero yung answer na binibigay ko, link sa Google. Kasi, I mean, one of the most important skills that you must have if you will be doing online jobs is to befriend Google and know how to use Google to find answers. Yun yung pinaka-basic. Kailangan you know how to use it. It's good to have people around you to ask questions and get answers from, but it is important also that you need to know how to use Google and how to ask questions using Google. Lahat ng sagot nandun na. Okay? So again, my answer typically here for question number 2 is the best starting point kung talaga hindi ka sure kung ano yung skills mo or ayaw mong i-pursue yung mga skills mong yun is to start building yourself up with skills that pertains and leads you to become a general virtual assistant. Okay? Okay, question number 3. Ano ba yon? Ito. Is having an online portfolio important? Kasi I'm not sure how to create one. Well, marami, actually, even now, na matatagal nang nag-work online, wala pa talagang online portfolio na matatawag. Ang meron silang portfolio probably, yung mga nasa job sites. But what if one day, nag-close yung job site na yun? Paano na? 'Di ba? Do you have a backup of those testimonials ng clients mo? Well, to answer the first question, of course, it is important to have a portfolio, an online portfolio. And basically, an online portfolio, kung nag-uumpisa ka pa lang naman at wala kang experience, is your resume. So, you can call it an online resume. Gawa ka ng isang simpleng site. You can go to blogger.com or wordpress.com. Create ka doon ng 5-page na website or blog na each page nakalagay dyan, yung first page mo, general information, second page mo, academics mo, kung ano natapos mo, tsaka trainings, third page mo, kung ano yung mga skills mo, fourth page mo, o yung contact details sa'yo, tsaka yung mga referrer, di ba? Just start a portfolio. Of course, may difference ang isang properly set portfolio tsaka ang isang portfolio na ginawa lang for the sake of it. But, to answer the question, it is important to have one. So, if you don't know how, you can just simply create a portfolio in, wordpress.com or blogger.com. At least doon, libre. And medyo maganda yung mga layout na ibibigay nilang website sa'yo. Of course, what we are suggesting are cost-free. Ibig sabihin, walang gastos at yung pinakamabilis na magawa if you're just starting out. There are better ways of doing things, but we don't want you to go to that path unless you're really willing to. Okay? So that's question number 3. Question number 4. I heard about Odes and Elance. I tried looking for online jobs there, but with no luck. Is there something that I'm doing wrong? Well, sa totoo lang, mahirap na talaga makahanap ng online jobs doon sa mga yon. Especially now that, alam mo yon, punong-puno na or nagbo-boom na talaga yung industry. And Odes, Elance, Freelancer.com, sila yung mga madalas na takbuhan talaga when people are looking for jobs. So, ang nangyayari, nagkakaroon na ng sobrang competition. So, it's kind of hard. But there is a way to stand out. Again, you will only know these things as you gain experiencing, as you really try it out, and as you seek and find answers sa ibang mas experience na sa inyo. And yun nga, you guys being here shows that interested talaga kayo to improve on yourself and really get started with your online career. So you're really taking the first step. In fact, right now, if I'm not mistaken, ang nag-register sa ating webinar is like 70 people. Pero, ilan ba tayo ngayon dito sa group na to? We're just 19. No? So, if you're gonna look at it, ilan lang talaga yung willing mag-spend ng time to really learn. And kahit marami pa ang naka-register doon, you have an upper hand. If you try to apply the best strategies being shared by others, then you will also get the same results as they have. Ganun lang naman kasimple yun eh. So, ang tanong dyan, is there something wrong that you're doing? Well, probably hindi lang naka-optimize yung profile mo on these job sites. And there's a way to do so. Of course, you need to make sure that you are complete when it comes to the details. Tapos, kailangan din na na-take mo yung mga exams ng maayos and you get high marks. Kasi dun makikita ng client na talagang qualified ka. Kung wala ka pang experience at all, at first time mo palang mag-a-apply doon, make sure that you get and pass or even get the highest grade possible sa lahat ng mga trainings and tests sa mga job sites na to. Kasi doon titingin yung client eh. Okay? So let's move to question number 5. I don't know how to deal with clients, especially during interview. Can you give me tips on how to ace the interview and get the job? Ito, magandang tanong to. Ibig sabihin, yung nagtatanong nito is probably may portfolio na siya, probably na-recommend siya, o nakaset up na ng maayos yung kanyang mga online account sa mga job sites, no? At kaya nga siya nakakuha na ng interview request. But then again, ito yung mga common na tanong pa rin. Paano ba yung nangyayari sa interview na yan? I mean, Skype lang ba yan? Tapos magtatanong-tanong na yung client and all. Of course, this is just like any job interview. But the only difference is that, in this case, hindi ka lang employee. You, as an online professional, your mindset should be, you are a business owner or a businessman. And your product is your service, your skills. So, you are also a client of your client. Diba? Kasi ikaw nagbibigay ng service sa kanila. So, ang pinaka-common issue sa ganito ng maraming mga nag-umpisa pa lang is yung confidence nila. Takot na takot sila na mag-undergo ng even ng mga test interviews. Ibig sabihin yung mga kunwari may magpe-pretend na siya yung client. No? They're somewhat hesitant. And, I mean, the only way for you to learn how to swim is to actually get into the water, di ba? Hindi ka naman matututong lumangoy kung hindi ka magpupunta mismo sa tubig. And it's the same thing here. If you really want to get good when it comes to dealing with clients, especially during interviews, then get as many interviews as possible. Of course, it will not be perfect, but just like any other interview, whether it is online or offline, may mga standard things na dapat mong tandaan. Unang-una, you must look professional. I mean, teka, online to, bakit look? Well, some clients requires you to actually turn on your webcam. At sana, pag in-on yung webcam, yung makikita nila na nasa likod mo, hindi magulo. I mean, will you hire someone working in a place na sobrang gulo? Chances are, hindi, di ba? Kaya nga iba, naglalaglag talaga ng kortina para lang hindi makita yung nasa likod nila. Again, of course, you must be on time. In fact, mas early ka pa dapat, no? Sa client. And of course, you must handle the interview, yung flow niya. Kailangan ikaw mismo mag-control nun na hindi dapat maramdaman ng client na parang siya yung magdedemand masyado. Like, okay, ganito. Ano oras ka tatrabaho? Ganyan. No. One important thing and one of the advantages of having an online job is you can choose who you will be working with. Pwede mong piliin yung client na gusto mong makatrabaho. Baka mamaya, tanggap ka lang ng tanggap ng trabaho, terror pala tong kliyente na to. You're gonna grab it because trabaho na eh. Well, for some, yes, they might do it. Pero, you have a chance to actually select the client that you want to work with. So, yun yung mga dapat gawin, no? Yung mga importanteng bagay doon. So you need to be professional on these things, okay? So question number 6. Finding clients on job sites can be hard. Totoo yun. Especially with having high competition nowadays. So what other ways or sites can I find online jobs? Actually, marami naman talagang ibang ways. Ako, si Coach Rhea, yung mga ibang mga online practitioners, hindi naman sila minsan madalas na sa Odes, sa Ilan, sa Freelancer. Usually either word of mouth from other clients, yung iba naman sa links sa LinkedIn kumukuha ng clients, yung iba naman sa Craigslist, yung iba naman sa Facebook mismo. They were able to find clients there. But teka, you might ask, paano nakakakuha ng job sa mga ganun sa social media? It's all about showing that you can do things talaga. For example, may mga manonotice ka dyan na talagang post sila ng post ng mga content pertaining to a specific topic. Yung iba, gusto nilang ma-recognize sila as magaling sila sa website development at wala ka ibang makikita sa kanilang wall or profile kung di mga articles, tips in website development. At ganito yung nakikita ng mga clients. Okay? So, ganito yung nangyayari. So, that's the case there. So, the thing about it is, ganoon. Dapat, you try to find other locations and ways on how to get clients. In fact, you can find clients for your online job by attending offline events. May mga ganun eh. So, kung may mga seminars, attend ka lang dyan. But not seminars for online jobs. Of course. Kailangan yung pupunta mo mga seminar, for example, marunong ka gumawa ng website. Diba? Halimbawa lang what you can do is attend ka ng mga events ng mga real estate agents. And then make them be aware that you do websites. And chances are, they will approach you because they need websites. So, yung mga ganon. So, that's another way of finding clients. So, marami lang, no? Marami lang. And, these are the things that, we can share to you guys. So, the thing about it is, even if nasasagot namin yung mga questions na yun, it seems may kulang eh. It seems parang hindi enough dun sa mga students na masagot lang yun. Even sa mga nagtatanong sa amin, kung pwede nga lang matransfer lang talaga agad yung knowledge namin from one brain to another brain, gagawin namin. But really, that it doesn't work that way. Sometimes questions just raise another question eh. And having that situation, we decided to create officially yung online job starter training program. No? Well, it's a month-long training program covering 6 lessons nga on how to start your online career the right way. Kasi you can start naman without even going through any form of training and do your own research. The only difference lang is marami kang mistakes na madadaanan. It may take you a long time, no? And yun nga, we will be having our first batch this coming, another batch kasi may mga nauna na naman this coming April 26. So, ano ba to? Are we trying to sell? Not really. We're just telling stories to you guys. And in fact, if you have visited onlinejobsuniversity.com, you will see there yung online jobs career orientation training videos na kung saan it explains more exactly what this industry is all about. And the information that we've shared there is more than enough to get you started. No? Kasi, sa totoo lang, when I started out, sabi ko how I wish meron ng ganitong training. Hindi itong paid kung hindi yung free, yung career orientation. Because that's more than enough to get started. So, we really want to help. But we just created this program for those who want to, a more focused attention and training coming from the coaches. So that's basically what we want in Online Jobs University. If you want na talagang magkaroon ng more serious training, then you can join any of our programs. So, we also have other programs na just like to share with you guys. Pero itong dalawang program na to, which also starts on April 26, hindi para sa lahat. Why? Because these are level 2 programs. Ibig sabihin, kung sa college, merong first year, second year, third year, fourth year, may mga ganun. Sa Online Jobs University, we have 3 levels. Level 1 is for beginners talaga, which covers yung career orientation, at ito ang pinakita ko kanina na Online Job Starter Training Program. Level 2 naman, which covers right now, itong social media and remote administrative assistance program by Coach Rhea. Ito ay para lang dun sa may mga experience na and gustong mag-skill up or mag-level up. So basically pag nakapag-work ka na ng online jobs before or in the past, then you already qualified to take level 2. Ibig sabihin nung kasi hindi ka nabaguhan. You have experience na. So these are for experience lang naman. And you can check more details about these programs sa website, which is at onlinejobsuniversity.com. So basically the goal of this program, which is the starter program, is to equip you and help you find your very first client. Yun lang talaga yung pinaka-goal nun. Kasi once you have your first client, ikaw na talaga bahala kung saan mo gusto dalhin yung career mo eh. And it is through the lessons and coaching that you receive from us here in Online Jobs University. So, the ultimate question again is always how much. So, regular price is always 4.5, but with a limited time discounted offer for the next 2 days for all of you na nandito lang sa meeting na to, na nakapakinig nito, or anyone who will avail this special offer until Wednesday, you can get that for that price. Again, why we're doing this, is this another sales tactic? Not really. I mean, the cost itself for a month training is really cheap. I mean, maraming makakapagpatunay niyan. And probably will not lower this into this price again. So this is just our way of at least may pang cover ng mga training cost. Kasi we also do trainings outside. No, we give out trainings sa iba't ibang locations, and that cost money for us. So we need to do that as well. So that ends the short and quick presentation that we have for tonight, and we're now opening the floor for Q&A. So Coach Rhea, any questions for us? For ano yon? Yung ganun kalaki para dun sa level 2. For the starter program, yun, they just start to give 2,000, and then before mid-month or before the middle of the training program, they need to complete the balance na. So not necessarily on the 26. This is just for the starter, no? For the starter program. Pero dun sa level 2, which is yung social media training or yung remote administrative training, iba yung deferred payment din nun. Which is mas mahaba. Kasi 2 months yun eh. Itong level 2. 26%.